Hello and welcome back to the Mama's Matters channel. And by the title today, we are discussing weaning. So let's talk about how you can prepare for it. When is it the best time to start weaning? All the sites and sources that I've looked at and I've researched have said and recommended that 6 months is the mark that you should start to wean your baby, which means giving your baby food, solids, transitioning from milk to eating alternative options. 6 months is the mark that they really recommend. However, it's important to mention that you can start weaning your baby earlier than 6 months, bearing in mind all the things I've mentioned about body feeding and the benefits. Weaning is just introducing foods to your baby. So weaning can start earlier than 6 months. The earliest that I've saw that's been recommended during research, I do strongly recommend you do your own research as well, is 4 months. So if you want to start weaning, I would recommend, weaning your baby around the 4-month mark. But I would say mamas know best, and only the mama knows if it's too soon, if it's too early, when is the right time for your baby. Your baby might start showing signs. Maybe they're looking at you eating food, but they're not yet 6 months, maybe they're 5 months, but they can see there's some sort of interest when you're eating. Maybe they might stretch their hand out to you to try and eat some of your food. There's different signs your baby might show that might show interest for them wanting to explore foods outside of milk. And whatever signs your baby gives you, you're the mama, you know your baby best, you make the right decision for you. Once you start weaning, it's important to give your kid, your baby, the best food for them. I've got an app that will help you do that. There's this app called Yuka. Yuka, this is not a sponsored video. This is not anything that's going to be paid or promotioned or I'm going to benefit from anyway. I'm just sharing this with you because I want the best for you and your baby, as I do for my own. When you are going to start weaning, it's important that you check the validity and the goodness of the foods you are going to be giving to your baby. Yuka can help you decide. All you need to do is download the Yuka app, open the app. When you're out shopping for things, it could be literally anything. Products that you want to put on your baby's skin. Scan the products that you are going to give your baby. It should give you a score. If the score is anything less than good, so if it's bad or poor, I would strongly recommend not giving that to your baby. We don't know if it's because the processed foods that are in there, the processed chemicals, harmful things that can develop infections or diseases, whatever the case may be. It's come up as poor, it's come up as bad. You don't want to give anything to your baby that you wouldn't eat yourself. And if it says poor or bad on the app, it's probably not worthwhile giving for your baby. What's good about the app is it actually offers you alternative options, things that you can use in replace of that thing that you just scanned, which is amazing. So you want to always buy the things that are excellent and as close to the 100% mark as possible. So things that are really good or excellent, they're in the green zone. That's the things you want to give your baby when they start weaning. When you're going shopping, whatever age they are, it should show on the packaging of the food how old your child can be. And it usually will say the age that a child can start eating that. So at the front, if your baby's 4 months, for example, you only want to give your baby foods and buy baby foods that say 4 months plus. The earlier you give your baby foods, the foods you want to give them, I would strongly recommend them being similar to liquids and then grow in consistency and thickness the older that they get. It just goes well with your baby's development age, especially if your baby is premature because they're already developmentally behind and catching up. If you prefer not to buy things from the shop, which I know a lot of moms prefer not to because they like to give the baby the best of the best, then you can also create your baby their own foods like fresh fruit and fresh veg. They're the main things you really want to be giving your baby. You can get things like yam, potatoes, pumpkin, broccoli, things that can puree down, carrots, all the greens you can puree down. Remember talking about the consistency of the food. The older they get, the more you can ramp up their consistency, because they're developing the skills and they're learning the skills that they need in order to eat and to chew. If you are going to make your food from scratch, your baby foods from scratch, they are probably going to be better for your baby because they're less processed. You know, there's certain things they need to put in these baby foods in order to make them stay on the shelf for so long. It's up to you, mom. Whatever's best for you and your baby. There's also other tools and cool inventions you can really get for your baby. You can put things like strawberries, grapes, and different types of fruits in, you know, things that they can do to just suck the juices out of fruits and to get used to the chewing motions, but then you have the stopper there so that the food won't actually be consumed, but the juices, they can really get used to the chewing. But there's lots of cool things that you can start doing with your baby once you are weaning. I hope this video helped you. If there's anything that you think I've missed out or things that you think might be useful for other mamas, please comment it down below. Let's share the wisdom. We don't like gatekeepers over here. We like to share all the wisdom so that we're all in the clue and we are all knowing what to do. Mamas, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was useful. I'll see you next time. By the way, mamas, you're doing a great job.